Hello everyone and welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the best Victorinox Swiss Army knives of all time, and these are ones I would give people as a gift. I really think they're the best of the bunch to give to people, maybe that aren't knife people, maybe that are, that like collecting knives, and maybe these ones they wouldn't have found themselves. But we're going to jump straight into it. I'll start with the smallest ones and we'll work our way up to the larger sort of 93mm ones. So first off, of course, one of the best ones to really give as a gift is probably the best-selling Victorinox Swiss Army knife of all time, really, and that is the Classic SD. This one here is in the smashed avocado Celador scales, standard ST tools. So you get the sort of the blade on there. You get this little tiny 2mm screwdriver with the file, and then on the back of that you do get the little pair of scissors as well. And this does also have the scale tools, so you have the tweezers, and then on the back you have the toothpick as well. Pretty much the most friendly knife that you could buy anyone, I say. I've had this one on my keys for years. I've recently upgraded it to an ALOX version, but you can see it does stand the test of time. It's just a little bit scratched up, really. It's been used a lot. It was mainly used for me to unboxing things at work, things like that, and you can see how really well that blade is fared. But yeah, coming in number one, the Classic SD. Next up, another sort of variation of the Classic XD, and this is the ALOX version. This is what I've upgraded this one for, and this is the lime twist. So you can just see how slender that is and perfect for a keychain knife. If you compare it to the Classic SD, you can see it's maybe about 2/3 of the width, and you get the same excellent tools. You get the pen blade on there. You get the 2mm screwdriver with the file, and along with that you also get the scissors. Downside to the ALOX version is you don't get the sort of the scale tools, so there's no tweezers or toothpick on this at all. But I really do think this is one of the greatest of all time, just for the durability. It's really tough on those ALOX scales. So again, ALOX Classic SD. Probably my favourite of the 58mm size, and one of the best ones I do feel is really up there, is the Mini Champ. And this, of course, is the ALOX version. You can get it in the Celador as well, which has the tool scales plus a little pen. But, of course, this one is ALOX, so there's no tool scales. But you do have a great selection of stuff on here. Just run through some of the stuff on here, just so you can have a look. So you've got a rule here as well. What else have we got on here? You've got little orange peeler or package opener. We have a little Warncliffe blade or letter opener, and then on the back, of course, we have the sort of the file with the nail cleaner. And on the front side we have this combo tool, which I really love. I think it's one of the best things that you can have on any sort of Swiss Army knife. You've got the cap lifter there, and this magnetic as well, magnetic 3D Phillips, great for small screws or little tasks. You also get the scissors on there as well. Pretty much my favourite tool on any Swiss Army knife. You'll see there's a bit of a trend. Pretty much 90% of them have the scissors, and I just think they're the best on there. And of course you get the little main pen blade on there as well. So that is the 58mm Swiss Mini Champ. So that's my first sort of three best Victorinox Swiss Army knives of all time. So we have the Classic SD in the Celador and the ALOX, along with that the Mini Champ. All absolutely fantastic, and would rate all of them. Next up is probably one of the simplest ones, and this is the Bantam. So this is in the red Celador scales. It is a one-layer design. You can see we have the key ring on here and the scale tools. So again, you've got the toothpick and the tweezers. You have the main blade, and this is of course an 84mm design. So the main blade on this sort of size would be right at the, what we're at, 2.5 inches. So you get the main blade on there, and then you get this combo tool, which sort of puts two tools together from a normal line. So it does put the can opener and the cap lifter together, and you get this sort of quasi tool that can do a bit of everything. So you've got a wire stripper, cap lifter, can opener. You've got a flathead screwdriver. It can be used to pry if you're careful. And you also can use this as a number 2 Phillips screwdriver as well. So that is the Victorinox Bantam. One of my personal favourites for a really lightweight carry. It's nice and slender and you really can't feel it in your pocket. Next up, we have the Recruit, another 84 millimeter. This is basically the smaller brother to the Spartan. So you do have the standard sort of tool set. So you have that can opener with the smaller flathead screwdriver. You have the cap lifter with the larger flathead screwdriver and the wire stripper. And along with that, you do have the sort of spare blade on the back, little pen blade here. And you get the main blade on there as well. I do think this is a fantastic choice. Maybe even for like maybe someone's first knife, or maybe your teenage son or something like that, as you know, is not even taking an interest in knife. Maybe you want to just get him a pen knife or something special, maybe for Christmas or a birthday or just a gift. This one is one of those I would definitely recommend. A nice slender 2-layer design, really great in the hand. That 2.5-inch blade as well, can get most tasks done throughout the day. And as well as that, you have those front tools on there as well. Perfect for anyone's EDC, really. And that is the Recruit. Next up, the first ALOX I'm going to bring out. And this might be a bit of an oddball to some of you, but this is one of my favourite ones of all time. And this is the Swiss Army 2. It's really simple, 1-layer design with 2 tools. See, no key ring or anything, just nice and slender. And you can slip this in your pocket and not know it's there. And I really love the ALOX scales. They do make it feel like a nice, tough, much harder use knife. And you do get a bit of a thicker blade stock on there as well. So this has the main spear point blade. See that really wonderful blade. I love the thickness of these blades on the ALOX models. I think they're absolutely fantastic. And along with that, you do have this sort of recurve or sort of pruning tool or pruning blade on there. And this is a box opening machine, especially with that recurve and the point. You can really choke up on it and get your score cuts done, or you can peel an apple. I just think it's a really sort of unique combination that I really like the look of, with that classic main blade and then this sort of like pruning, modern looking recurve blade. Really enjoy this one. I think it's a fantastic one to pick. And this is the Victorinox Swiss Army 2. Next up, I know I've probably said it before if you're familiar with my channel, but my favourite Victorinox of all time, and this is the compact. I've got a few of these compacts. I've got a custom one, and this is the sort of a standard one that I've just put a little yellow ballpoint pin in there to make it a bit easier for me to get out. But some of the best things about this really is it's a 2-layer design. You get scissors and a blade, and as well as that, they've included in that combo tool I mentioned before that I really enjoy. Does that sort of 4 functions, and you also get, you get the main blade, and of course this being a 91mm design, you do get the larger blade as well. So that blade would take it up to right about 2 3/4, so you get a little bit extra. And then, as I mentioned as well, you get the scissors on here, and it pretty much makes it like an excellent urban, maybe office carry, as you get a bit of everything really on the tiny little knife. And of course this has the corkscrew with the tiny eyeglasses screwdriver that winds into the corkscrew. Of course it has the slot for the pin, and being the compact, it comes with plus scales as standard. So you get the tweezers, you have the toothpick, and of course the pen in there as well. Excellent emergency little pen, that used it quite a few times. And as well as that, which is pretty much unique to the compact only, not so much the parcel hook bit, but you get this really nice diamond file on the back. It's great for filing off rough parts of your nails. Excellent, and that's definitely unique to the compact. I've not seen that on any other models. So probably my favourite of the bunch, Victorinox compact. Next up, jumping into some sort of 3-layer designs, and I'm going to go with the climber. This has really had a special place in my heart. Not this exact one, I recently picked this up, but my father bought me a climber for my 21st birthday, and that was the Silvertech scales. So I picked this one up to not to replace it as I've lost it, just I don't want to lose it, so it's going to be a permanent collection piece for me, and then I'll use and abuse this one. I'll have no trouble doing that. But you get the 3-layer design, you get the standard sort of tool set on there. You get the scissors as well, as I've mentioned, is pretty much a go-to for me. Got the blade on there, and then of course at the back you get that sort of spare blade. And I have added this screwdriver on here that didn't come as standard, and I've also added the pin, but the pinhole is standard just without the pin. Of course, that little screwdriver, the scale tools as well on there. Just a really fantastic tool. One of my favorite 3-layer ones, I think, for sure, if not my favorite 3-layer. And that's quite a bold statement to say for the climber. It might be a bit understated. I know a lot of people would go for different models, but this is one I really enjoy, and it's probably for that sort of sentimental value that I hold with the climber. There you go, Victorinox climber. Next up is the sort of first 3-layer A-locks we're going to look at, and this, of course, is going to be the Pioneer X, along with the compact. I mean, it's probably neck and neck for being my favourite. I think the compact just takes it, purely for you get the corkscrew and those extra bits on the outside, and of course, being an A-locks, it doesn't have that. But again, another really excellent choice to get someone as a gift. It's sort of moving into that realm now of you want a couple of extra tools, maybe you're going to be going away for the weekend. This is be a perfect knife for that. You see you have those tools on the outside. You have also the scissors on there, which are absolutely fantastic on this knife. Really secure, nice large scissors on there. Of course, you have the main blade, and then instead of the smaller pen blade, you have an inline punch, and I really do like this. It's great for starting holes, like pilot holes, maybe punching a hole in a belt if you've lost a bit of weight or gained a bit of weight, whichever way. And that neatly tucks away on the back there, and I think that's absolutely brilliant. Love this one. It's the Pioneer X. Next up, another 3-layer, sort of 91mm, and this is the Super Tinker. And pretty much the only thing that differentiates this from the climber is the fact there's no corkscrew. You get this Phillips screwdriver instead. And of course, I've slightly modified this one. I've gone for the sort of maybe the B, you would call it. I've got the plus yellow scales on the back and the black ones on the front. But of course, you get that standard sort of tool set as you would for a 91mm 3-layer. Excellent blades on here. Get that bonus little pen blade as well. And of course, on the back, you get the punch with the sewing eye and the parcel hook on there as well. So bear in mind, the Super Tinker wouldn't come with the plus scales. It would just be with the normal toothpick and the tweezers, but that is the Super Tinker. On to the last two now. So both of these are really great choices as well. This is the Victorian Ox Huntsman. I mean, I don't know anyone that wouldn't know what this one is. So 4-layer design, 91mm. And I'll just go through some of the tools we have on it again. So we've got the classic front 2 tools. We have the 2 blades on there as well. And then we also have, which is one of the things I really love about this, is you get the scissors, and along with that you get the saw blade on there as well. So this is really like an outdoorsman's dream. Has everything you need on there to go camping for the weekend. You've got the corkscrew on the back there, the pin, we have the parcel hook, and of course that punch on the back there as well, along with the scale tools. A really fantastic one, and one that any sort of outdoorsy father, son, parent, mother, girlfriend, whatever they're into, they would love this as a gift if they're a camper and they like to go camping. And then finally down to the last one, again another one of my real favourites of recent, and that is the Farmer X. So of course it's a 93mm being with the A-locks. You get the standard tool set on the front again. You get the main blade with that punch, the inline punch on the back. And then along with that, you do also get the scissors, being the Farmer X, the X, of course, standing for the scissors. And then being the Farmer, you'd also get the saw on there as well. So very similar to the Huntsman, but of course without the back tools or the scale tools. But I would, personally, I prefer this one just for the more rugged use. It's a lot more robust. The blade stock's a bit thicker than it is on the 91mm. And I think this is a fantastic choice to get anyone. And that is the Farmer X. So there we go, guys. That's a sort of overview of the best Swiss Army knives of all time by Victorinox. And all of these would be perfect for a gift, whether for Christmas, birthday, or just a spur of the moment gift. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And don't forget, the 19th of November, that's Sunday, 10:30 AM Central, 4:30 PM UK, myself and John from Thrifty Kniffy are doing a subscriber celebration. John is right about to hit 5k. I'm not far off 2k, and we're going to do that. There's going to be lots to give away, lots of fun, prizes, competitions, things like that. Come and join us. It's on Thrifty Kniffy's channel. I will put a little caption on the screen where you can find it, and I've also shared it in my community page. I really hope you enjoyed this. Please be sure to follow me, to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.